What was it like meeting Jonathan Ross and speaking with him on Radio 2?
Jonathan Ross is a very interesting guy. The first thing I noticed was he's very tall. I hadn't met him before, so this was an interesting experience. And I went into the studio, and radio studio is a grotty little place. It's always sort of dark and gloomy, and all the sort of seats are tall and so on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went in there, and he's as tall as I am, which quite surprised me, because I sort of imagined he was only 5'6" or something.
Yes.
And he was wearing a suit, which again, you don't need to in a radio studio, because nobody knows. And he was extremely friendly, and he said, hello, it's great to see you, and shook hands and so on. And then we had a wonderful chat. We had about 20 minutes. And he was jolly rude, and I think I was about equally rude back. And he broke at one point into Japanese, which was quite startling. I mean, I know a few words of Japanese, but clearly he's quite fluent. And it was very entertaining altogether. I really enjoyed that. I threw him by telling him about Al Capone's grave. The previous person who'd been on had talked about Al Capone. And I said, have you visited Al Capone's grave? And he said, no. I said, oh, amazing. It's in Mount Carmel Cemetery, I said, and he's buried right next to his mother, and there's a little stone, sort of like that, and it says, Alphonse Capone, my Jesus mercy. It says, very sweet. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. But one of the great privileges of being in the sort of position I'm in is you do get to meet some very interesting people.
Yeah.
I've met the Queen twice, I've met the Duke of Edinburgh twice, I've met Graham Norton, I've met Sue Lawley, I've met, you know, a bunch of people, not sort of pop stars, because that's not my scene, but a whole bunch of sort of old fogies of the establishment. Brian May, who's somewhere in between, you know, who's both a pop star and a great friend of Patrick Moore's and an astronomer. I met him and his partner, wife, I think they're married now, Anita Dobson, who's an old star of EastEnders, and she's a sweetie. We had a wonderful evening. It was great fun. Mind you, there was a lot of champagne.
How did you find Graham Norton? Was he
delightful, really nice chap. I mean, he's very, very camp on telly, and you know, I thought that might put me off, but no, not at all. That was on Richard and Judy, and we both met afterwards in the green room where they have a glass of wine, which is excellent. And he was absolutely delightful. I can't remember what we talked about now. It was a year ago, but it was fun and entertaining.